The problem is your story's bullshit, but you think it's the truth. A lot of you know that this year I'm doing a webinar, a free live webinar almost every week throughout the year, about 3 weeks of the month. And we, for the first time now, are bringing in agents that are like never heard of me before. So we're marketing to real estate agents that are not following me on YouTube and they don't know who I am. So they come in and we're doing a webinar. So last Thursday, I was doing a webinar and I was talking about lead generation, and all of your lead generation should be focused on seller lead generation. And I was just talking about some examples of how to do it and talking about how I built my business with expireds and for sale by owners and so forth. And in the chat on the side that we leave open, in the chat, one of the agents typed in the chat from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, said, "There are no for sale by owners in Toronto, LOL." Which I don't know what that means, like LOL. I was like, they're not. And of course, my immediate reaction, I don't address it because I'm in the middle of the training and I'm not going to get caught up in little side conversations. But that was what she typed in. And she's basically saying, okay, I hear what you're saying, but that won't work for me because my market's different. So her story is, we don't have for sale by owners here. And then almost immediately after that, another agent who was on the webinar from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, he typed into the chat, "I have closed 2 for sale by owners already so far this year." And so she, a few minutes later, responded, "Wow, that's incredible. Congratulations, or good for you," or something like that. And she was classy about it. She acknowledged it. She wasn't mad about it. But here was what was so interesting to me, was if I had just said to her, "Yes, there are for sale by owners in your area, and you can do this," or whatever, or just ignore it, she would have left the webinar with the story in her mind that I can't make money with for sale by owners because there are no for sale by owners in my market area. Now, the reality is that there are for sale by owners in the market area. I know it. And the other agent, who happened to be from Toronto, he knew it because he had been out prospecting them and he'd listed and sold 2 of them already so far this year. It was not until somebody else basically said, "This is what's happening for me in this market. My story is there are for sale by owners in the area, and I've closed 2 of them this year." Now, here's the point of all of this. It did not matter whether her story was true or not. What mattered is she believed it. What are the odds of her ever taking a for sale by owner listing this year and selling it when her belief is there are no for sale by owners? And if she sees one, she's going to dismiss it subconsciously. Her brain cannot accept a for sale by owner. And here's the amazing thing about it. When you make your mind up, you decide that something is impossible. Well, that won't work for me. Kevin, okay, good. I mean, you may be a great coach and all that, but you're telling me strategies that won't work for me. The moment she decides that and decides, hey, what Kevin's saying won't work for me, her mind is made up, her mind closes. And because her story becomes fact. And here's the fact. There are no for sale by owners in my market. Now, another agent happened to know a different fact, and he unveiled it to her in a way that was very simple, very just like, he wasn't attacking her. He wasn't trying to, prove her wrong. He just like, no, there are for sale by owners. I know because I've sold some of them. And all of a sudden, her reality changed. And his story became more powerful than her story. Now, was her story true or was it not true? Well, in this case, it was not true. But to her, it was true. So the fact that the story was a false story did not matter for her. It is as powerful as if it is a real story. So here's my question for you today. Where are you holding on to a story that is holding you back? It doesn't matter if the story is true or not. What matters is the story's not helping you. It's holding you back. It may be a story about the market. For her, it was a story about the market. My market doesn't have for sale by owners. It could be a story about the strategy. Well, I've tried calling for sale by owners, doesn't work for me. So there's the market says there are no for sale by owners. There's the strategy that says call them and talk to them or send them a text message, engage with them. And they're like, well, that doesn't work for me. So now my story is that that script doesn't work in my market or something like that. So that's a story about the strategy or about the approach. Or it may be a story about me. I'm not good with for sale by owners. I don't like talking to for sale by owners because I'm not good with them. I'm an introvert. I'm too shy. I'm not good on the phone or whatever. So the reality is it can be a story about the strategy, it can be a story about the market, or it can be a story about yourself. But the moment you accept that story as true, it becomes your reality. The question is the story serving you or is it not serving you? And if it's not serving you, rewrite the story into a story that does serve you, that does help you achieve your goals and your dreams. So what story do you need to rewrite right now that's holding you back? Rewrite it, and I'll see you tomorrow.